Bashers. Hey, Bashers, it is July 17th, Thursday, Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time. It is 5:05. Welcome to iBashers, everybody. And what is going on with this crazy crown race? This is so weird with the pro. Now, I want to know who, because I put on my other computer, the old one that we used to broadcast from, I have it up on here, and I can see what's going on. What's really creepy is it's behind a couple of seconds. But Dean is now at number 2. Nick was number 1. Basher of the day is Dave Fahrenheit 451. Let's make no bones about that. He's in their number 1. Top Chat says Nick Brooker number 3. Number 2 is Dino. But who's number 1? And like Litesh and Renaissance and Melly C. Why you guys don't have crowns? I don't get it. I don't get how this thing works. I don't get it. Who cares? It's so freaking stupid. What exactly is going on here, man? Such a weird thing, but it's really weird to have it on the other screen, which is kind of fun to do too. I never really thought about it. Why not put the show on the other screen so I could see what's going on in the YouTube reverse as opposed to the usual shit. How do I get rid of this prompt in here? Go away, HP Envy. I don't care about you. Getting pop-ups from my printer. So weird. Go away, printer. You suck anyway. I will never buy another HP printer again for the rest of my life. This is like the 6th one I've had. And why do I continue to buy that brand? Everybody who has Epson or Brother or all the other ones, these are just crap. And they go through ink so fast. It's so annoying. Anyway, let's get to the top of the chat. Dave Fahrenheit 451, number 1. You're amazing. How do you do it? 2 in a row. You're crazy. So who's going there? Andrew says in an email, I'm number 1. Are you number 1? Let me see. Where is he? Where is he? Is he number 1? Oh, number 1, Andrew Wilkowitz. I have so many screens going on. It's insane. How is everybody doing? It's 1,000,000 degrees here in New York. And I'll be honest with you, I had everything all ready to do a bike about today. That's what my plan was. But man, it is way too friggin' cold. I mean, too hot. It's too cold. I wish it was too cold. It is brutal in New York City right now. And the thumbnail. Oh, by the way, I never mentioned yesterday's thumbnail to you. I should probably go find that so I could tell you what that was about. Let me see. YouTube, the iBashers. Yeah, nobody guessed it. But you guys kind of guessed about a bunch of stuff that was going on with it. So if I go, I can't do that, can I? Yeah, I can. Hold on. Let me share the screen so you guys know exactly what that was about. I just thought it was a fun piece of, Basher trivia, if you could figure it out, but nobody did. So I'm going to share the screen, and it's going to be the iBashers YouTube. And so, okay, let me get off that. So there it is, right? You can see that pretty clearly, right? Well, guess what? So there's nurses holding poppies in a tray. There's a banker and a Mac. He wears a pocket. He has in his pocket. He has a portrait of the Queen. In his hands, he holds an hourglass, and the children laugh behind his back. It's Penny Lane. It's a take on Penny Lane from the Beatles, the Beatles. I figured somebody would figure that out. And the nurse is selling poppies from a tray. The little kids laugh behind his back. In his pocket is a portrait of the Queen. Should have been a fire engine in there, but I didn't do it. Anyway, I thought that was amusing. Nobody got that yesterday. But today is a depiction of how brutal it is. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys had seen the storm we had the other day, which was very swift. Didn't last very long, but meanwhile, the subways got flooded. Movie theaters got flooded. Broadway theaters got flooded. It all happened probably within 10 minutes. It was just a crazy downpour, and the city just got whacked. And, I'm in an ivory tower. I'm on the 3rd floor. I didn't notice anything. All I cared about was Rose's friend, Bubble, the stray cat that comes to her house every day. And he was fine because he came afterwards. He was like, feed me. Drooby do coffee in my Handsome Joe glass. Everything's right with the world. That other coffee was just heinous and disgusting and horrible, and I'll never buy that again. Ati Basi. Ugh. It's just not flavorful, not delicious in any way. But Dave upvoted and he says, please do check if Mr. Brooker has been Basher of the Day. Nick, have you been Basher of the Day? Did you get one by default last time? Let me see. Nick, let me look through this. Name, Nick. It would be, I put it under Brooker, wouldn't I? Because Nick Sisto's not with us anymore, sadly. Politics got the best of our bashership, which sucks because I'm sure we agree on a lot more than wow, Sisto. So you got 5 bashers of the day. We miss you, Nick. Come back. I sent the email out to beautiful Sharon because I haven't seen her in a long time. I know she's a busy glam and she's got a life full of wonderful love and all that stuff. But I just wanted to reach out and see if she's okay, like I do with a lot of bashers when I don't see you for a while. And it's not like, why aren't you watching my show? It's not that. It's just, we've developed a bond here, all of us. And it's just nice to know if everybody's okay. So if you ever do get an email from me that says, where are you? It just means, people are talking. Where's Sharon? Because we love her, Nick, if Nick is live, Nick will tell us if he got one. If he didn't get one, that would be fine. If the fire engine was in there, we'd have definitely. Sure, you would have. Nick Brooker is here. Good evening, everyone. Upvoted. Top Dog is here. Hello, chats. I have been Dave. Thanks. Was nominated, which was very kind and undeserved. No, you're so incredibly deserving. Being like, the newest major basher, I guess. You're the newest major, because everybody in this room is a major basher at this point. You're the newest major basher. We have a lot of looky-loos, some people who have occasionally come in and pop out. And if I look through old emails, I go, hey, and I wonder, was it something I said? Like with Nick, I guess, I wrote him to try to say, hey, it was politics. Here's some interesting. Can I talk about politics for a minute? Which it's not really political, but it's very interesting that all of a sudden President Trump is ill. He's got some kind of venous problem in his legs, and his legs were swelling, and it's probably stress over the Epstein files. Scotty H. Wow, I got that one right off the bat. I'm a pro kazoo player now. He's number 3 and number 1 in so many people's hearts. Again, shall be multitasking today while watching England versus Sweden in the women's Euro football. Fantastic. Enjoy that. I hope whoever you want. Well, you want England to win, I'm assuming, right? Scotty H, or maybe 6th. No, I think you're currently correct. Wow, I have a crown. You do? I don't know how it works, and I don't know what it's about. I'll have to ask Machine what the crowns are about because I have no idea. Yeah, it's interesting. They're purple. It's very Melly C, though, isn't it? Extremely. Hush, everyone. When we were small children, we all played dress up, and everyone had a good time. So why stop? You want to hear a basher confession, and my sister will hate this for me because I was her dog, because we're only 18 months apart. We used to play, we used to be bathed together, which I guess was a thing that was done then, which certainly is probably not done now. And my sister would make me play a game called My Husband's Shirts. We would take washcloths and launder them, and they were my husband's shirts. I was like, how prophetic. So why stop? Indeed, Nick Berger. Congratulations to Scotty H. Scotty H. Greetings. Thank you, Carolyn Martin. Your words of appreciation from my photography means a lot to me. Thank you, lovely lady. Look at this. He's breaking the 4th wall, something he doesn't do very often, but we'll applaud him just the same. Well, because we love your work. Let's give you big hearts. Pink hearts, yellow moons, and green clovers. Great talents are the most lovely and often the most dangerous fruits on the tree of humanity. They hang upon the most slender twigs that are easily snapped off. This is true. How fragile it is. I'm watching a new show that is not getting great reviews, and I don't know why. Because the reason we're watching it, it's called Too Much. And it's the woman who created Girls, Lena Dunham, a show I did not care for. Girls. I didn't care for that show. I never really watched it. It was not my thing. Adam Driver's from there. A lot of famous people came from that. Anyway, the reason why I'm watching it is because there's a girl, the star of the show is a girl named Megan Stalter, who's a comedian whom I find deliciously funny on the show Hacks. Gene Smart. I mean, it's a great show. Hannah Bienbender, I think is her last name. It's the daughter of Saturday Night Fever alum Lorraine Newman. Very similar style too, and very, very cool. Anyway, we think the show's terrific. It's really super funny. It's about this girl that she's wired differently, and she gets into a relationship with a guy, and it's a very bad breakup. And they're in Brooklyn, and she moves to London, and the hijinks ensue. I think it's a really good show and really, really, really funny because it's got a little bit of English humor and a little bit of American humor. So I think that the two meeting is a really sweet thing. You don't see that. Catastrophe was a show that had that for me. Rob and Sharon, with her Irish wit and living in London and his American wit. I thought it worked beautifully because there's great contrast there. Anyway, is anybody watching that show? I think it's great, but it's true. And very similar to that about great talents are the most lovely and they are the most dangerous on the tree of humanity. Very true. Hitesh C is here and he says, happy Thursday bashing. Well, happy Thursday to you, Hitesh. Great to have you in the room as always. I don't think I've ever made something that I'm totally satisfied with. That feeling of doubt or wanting to do more is my engine to move forward and make the next image. Well, I think that's the mark of a true artist. When is an artist? What is that famous quote from? Is it The Robe? No, it's not The Robe. Is it The Robe? Might be. When the Pope says to Michelangelo, he's doing the Sistine Chapel, when will it be finished, Michelangelo? And he says, when it is done. How do you know when to stop working on a song? How do you know when to stop working on a painting? How do you know when it's done? It's very hard to say. I think people who are more commercially minded, people who are less on the artistic, where you have to be artistic in order to make stuff, pretty much. Not nowadays so much. But I think that when people are more like salespeople, where they know that this particular work is being sold to a client, or I think that those people have a better idea. But people who paint and write and sing and play and all that for love don't ever know when it's done. That's just my take. I could be totally wrong. Melly, see the purple one. She's here. Happy Friday, Eve, Dirk, and all the bashers. Thank you so much, beautiful one. Nick Brooker says at Renaissance, that's continual improvement. Yeah, it's true. And you improve. You hope to improve, right? Which can be a good thing. It can be a great thing, Nick. I'm going to turn this up. This sounds kind of low. Sounds kind of low to me today, and I don't like it now. That sounds better for me. I like to sound in my headphones. It sounds that people ask me, well, you're not talking to anybody when you're not doing the show with a Sheen. So what do you care about headphones? It's because I just like the resonance in the cans, and I'm used to headphones in the studio. Panel Power coming back for you. Greetings and salutations. Great to see you. And Hitesh says congratulations to Nick. Nick takes number 1, and Andrew comes in hard. That's why you got the crown at number 1. Looking forward to the show. Congratulations, Dave. Be kind to yourself and others. Be a blessing in their memories. Upvote and subscribe. Become a Patreon if you can. The Patreons are rolling down there right now. These are the people, the heart of the engine. They help out a lot. You have no idea how much the Patreon helps out to keep the show alive and all that stuff. And I thank everybody for whatever support they give me. Give us a thumbs up if you can. Subscribe if you like. If you want to be a part of a community, people who love watches and cars and cats and puppies and all kinds of great stuff. We're just we're a bunch of nice people, and we'll all get together one day and do some fun stuff. And I can't wait to make that happen. I'm on the road. We're on the road to getting that done. We're going to try very, very, very hard. Top Dog wants to know if they caught that puppy. I have not heard from her. She called me early this morning. I slept in a little late today. I got up at like 10 to 10, which is very late for me, but I was up very late working last night in the studio. So I don't know. Hopefully if Carolyn pops in, she could tell us. I would appreciate it. Is Carolyn here? Oh, she is here. I don't have a crown, so I said, you have a crown. You have a tiara. Joe wanted it, but you can have it. Evening Bashers. What's the update on the puppy? Can you find out? I'll go back to where it was. Hitesh got demoted. Now it's me messing with algorithms. Andrew says the thumbnail looks so sad. Can hardly wait for the explanation. It's just New York is just the buses didn't work. Flights were canceled because of the crazy winds we had the other day. I heard that New York is very small. People don't realize that geographically, the state is humongous. However, New York City is very, very small. We have John F. Kennedy International Airport, which is in Queens, and then we have LaGuardia, which is sort of an international airport, but it's better than it used to be, and that's in Queens also. But then the other major network is in New Jersey, and it's called Newark, which is actually way closer to where I am sitting right now than Kennedy, because if I could, as the crow flies, I could get to Newark faster. But Newark had such bad winds the other day because of the rains and the storm stuff. There was no flights, and then there was a report on the news about it was so hot that the buses that didn't have, I guess, solid tires, because they do apparently. Some of the older models that had inflatable tires had flats and they were stuck. So it's just like New York is kind of at a standstill, and politically we're a mess. We have this mayor that everybody hates, and then we have the whole Mandani thing, and then people are up in arms about, it's just a clusterfuck. New Yorkers need to unite and come together and decide on stuff to make things better. That's all it is, But Nick says, I refuse to play the algorithm crown thing. What will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. That's my brother's favorite song, Que sera, sera. Yeah, it's a great song. What the hell? You start from scratch on the crown? I don't know. Oh, is it not a daily thing? That's shitty, right? That's super duper shitty there, Dino. YouTube are taking us for fools. I don't know what YouTube are doing. And I'm done guessing with them, Just ignore it. As Dirk would say, who cares? Who cares? I mean, who doesn't care? Doreen was like, I tried. Hey, she was talking to Helen, and she's like, Helen said that there was a cool show with some nice folks on there, and she came on and she goes, I don't know what they're talking about. Talking about fucking guys' watches and girls who like them too. I don't understand. Who cares? Doreen doesn't care. She's like, get the fuck out of my face. I don't want to deal with yous. That's a great New Yorkism. Use guys. The other day, I opened up the door at the post office, as I do, because I hold the door open. And there was this kind of like, New York, they had like orange stuff on, like they was working on the road, and one guy just put out a cigarette before he got in the post office, and I held the door open. And I said, after you fellas. And he looks at me, goes, fellas? What is this, 1940? Fellas. I say fellas. Is there anything wrong with saying fellas? I don't know. My father used to call ladies gals because that's an airline terminology. And I used to go, I don't know if people like that. I'm at the bottom of the crowns. Not at all. Not for long, baby. A long road to the top of the crown. Was moving on up. Crazy. Weather has been sunny. Oh, you're trying it out. And a few clouds. Is that how it works? I don't think that's how it works. But then again, I don't know. I have no idea. Dean with £1.99. What a stupid idea. Maybe a stupid idea, but it gets people talking. It's what is that water cooler talk? Or is that, what's the term? Boilerplate, right? Right? Boilerplate. BOILER plate. Boilerplate. Boilerplate terms. Stock language in legal documents that appears in all. Okay, so it doesn't mean that. Thought for a second, a water cooler talking boilerplate, where this boilerplate is just the main body of a legal document or a conversation or something. Got some very interesting news today. I'll show you this. Why don't I do that? I thought this was really, really cool. And it's funny because, you guys hear me talk about Fano all the time. And I always say that, that it's a town that, it's not like a big city or anything like that. But my big thing is that the piazza is kind of sad because they have this beautiful, beautiful fountain that's just sitting there kind of rotting. But let me show this to you. Thank you, Dino, very much. Got some really cool news this morning, and I didn't even know this was in progress, but I always used to say the sad thing about Fano is they have this like piazza that could be so much more beautiful. And they have this fountain that's been sitting there, hasn't worked in decades, and it's really very pretty. I was like, why doesn't somebody just fix that thing? It's beautiful. It's not very large. So anyway, this is the piazza in Fano, the Comune di Fano. And then today, look at this. How great is this? The reinauguration of the restoration of the fountain in the piazza. And it's a very interesting story about what happened there. And when they were excavating it, they found all the original pavement and style and all the things that were under there, because they had to redo all the plumbing, and they redid the statues and the lions. They redid all of that stuff, and they found the original documents for the plans, and then they were altered. So when they went in there and they found all the brickwork, they recreated it exactly as it was done like 300 or 400 years ago. So they recommemorate. This is the piazza, the main piazza, and there's a street, like we'd be looking from there's a major street that goes down. That's not major. It's beautiful road with shops and stuff. This is a corner of the center of the piazza, looking towards the tower, but that you just saw in that other picture, like this picture. These are the people cutting the ribbon, and that looks really, really nice. The ribbon. Now, here's some interesting stuff if you guys are interested in any way, shape, or form. This tower is kind of boring looking, and I get it. But Fano had the shit bombed out of it in World War II because it was a port city. And they didn't want any ability for the Allies to launch any kind of attacks. So this Fano got pretty heavily bombed. That's why a lot of the construction is that kind of Italian stucco front stuff. As you go deeper into the walled city, you see a lot more of the original architecture. But this original tower was far more beautiful. And listen, I'm not a member of the Comune di Fano right now. And if I was, now I don't have to worry about the fountain, because I was like, when I get there, I'm going to start a committee to fix that fountain. Well, that's done. My next one would be to bring that tower back to its original schematics. It was far more beautiful than that. It's pretty simple and pretty standard, but this is the Teatro di Fano right behind it. A lot of cool stuff over there. Anyway, I thought you'd be interested in that. That's all I got to say about that. Renaissance again. Age does take it out of you, and I haven't the energy I had before. Who does, Julian? Sometimes I have breakfast and sit in a chair, and I wake up and it's lunchtime. Listen, I haven't had a blood test in a really long time, and I probably should do that. I probably need to make doctor's appointments for myself, because I only make them for other people. But when I eat, I get really nappy. And I thought, okay, it's carbs. So I said, okay, I'll just eat like a salad, and I'll still get tired anytime I eat. And I looked it up online, and it says, the blood rushes to your stomach to help aid in digestion and all of that stuff. Man, it gets me so tired that I get the itis, as they say in New York City. I get the itis, and after I eat, I feel like I need to take a nap, and oftentimes I do. So I get you 100% with that. Respect your efforts. Respect yourself. Self-respect leads to self-discipline. When you have both firmly under your belt, that's real power. Amen to you, Julian. Beautifully said. Now, a couple of days ago, I told you guys about my sister Pat. My sister Pat has 16 cats. I mean, 16 cats, because she rescues a lot. She lives in my parents' house, and it's not a big house, because it's not that family house we grew up in, but it's a big enough house. But still, she didn't mean to have 16 cats. She wound up doing, her and my brother, they rescued a lot of cats. And oftentimes, my parents were elderly, and she was 24-hour care, and there's a lot of things on your mind other than trying to place cats. Anyway, she wound up with 16 cats. Anyway, these new cats somehow showed up, because they knew that this was a safe house. And I told you that she's got a couple of kittens. Now, she was able to adopt all of them out except for 2, and I want you to meet them if you haven't met them yet. And here's my little link. Hold on. Let me go get the banner that I made today. Their names currently are Brady, who's a female. She's 3.9 pounds and a gray tabby. And Murray, which is my grandmother's maiden name and my mother's maiden name. Male, 4.4 pounds, all black, just back from the vet. Rabies shots, feline distemper shots, FELV and FIV, ELISA tests, all negative. Blood work. Shy, but very, very, very sweet. They're beautiful little kitties. And if anybody knows anybody, listen, I'm in New York City. And if anybody's in a vicinity that's not so far away that you know of, a friend, a neighbor, a good person that's looking for a home for a cat, for these two beautiful kitty cats, and I'm going to share their pictures with you right now. So this is Murray the male, and look how beautiful this boy is. Look at him in his litter box, and their cages, their little places where they're staying. All right, let me take that off the screen for now so you can see this. Can come on? I mean, can you please listen? I know, and a lot of people like Dirk, you don't have a cat. And I'm sure my sister's thinking that too. I'm sure she is, and she's right, all that stuff. But unfortunately, not only, yes, I will eventually not be living here, but I've been in a court battle with my landlord for the last 3 years, and next week is a trial, and it's it's all her fault. We didn't do anything. It's just her. She's not a nice person, and the element of bringing somebody into this situation when I don't know what's going to happen here. I have kind of I've lived here for 33 years. I don't know what could happen. Anything could happen. I shouldn't, and it probably won't. But as much as I would love both of them. They're both absolutely beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. And look at this. I mean, are you kidding me with that? Are you kidding me with that? They're a duo and they're bonded. That's the other thing. They are bonded. That is, and it's always good to get a pair. And they're kitty. Look at these beautiful kitty cats. Look at this beautiful slinky guy. Wow, is he beautiful. Absolutely incredible. So we're in New York City and we all have cars. So if anybody or anybody who is interested in these beautiful, come on, look at the toy. Look at that. Can you imagine? Let's blow this up. So you can have a look at this beautiful lady. I mean, she's so perfect. They're beautiful. If you know anybody who's interested, we have cars and we could come and bring them to you. Look at this. That's them together because they love each other because they're brother and sister and they don't want to be separated, And she asked today, and I was like, of course. I mean, I know most of you guys are in England or, wherever you are, Ireland, you're all over the map. People in Sweden, we have people in Italy, we have people in Australia, and we have a couple of people around in the New York area. Look at this big saucer eyes, beautiful kitty cats. And I have a couple other shots too. This one is, look at this. This is amazing. I don't know what they're looking at in this particular picture, but they're gorgeous. Yeah. So, I mean, she's got to find a home for them because she has 16 cats. She's done it more than, it's just, and, and her life is in flux too, So, she's got things and plans and things she wants to do. And, she's got what she has what she has and they're working on that. But, these are two new interlopers and they're beautiful. And she took them to the vet, made sure that they're good and they're beautifully protected. And I'm sure they're being loved and I'm sure it breaks her heart. But, she's being sensible. Like, why shouldn't they be the stars of somebody's show? Why shouldn't they be, right? And then I have another one. That's the thing when you have too many cats also. It's like, you want the cat to be the star of the show. You want, like, Laverne was the star of my world. Because it was the only time I ever had a solo. I had Dinga as a solo dog for about a year and a half. Then we moved here. I found Glaucus the cat, and then they were a duo. And then we got Clara and Murray. And then for a while I had Dinga, Glaucus, Murray, Clara. And then, that's how it went. And look at this beautiful shot of this beautiful. Look at her. She's absolutely, what a gorgeous. And she's very agile. As you see, she can walk on 2 legs. And there's her little game. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. And yeah, that's like, I think that was my grandmother's radio, the Zenith. It's a Zenith. Well, Zenith. I'm so used to saying Zenith watches. It was a Zenith radio and it glows in green. That thing is beautiful. That was Moz. I don't know if Pat's watching the show right now, but that was Moz, right? This beautiful cat. Currently named Brady and Murray, but if if you adopt them or you know anybody who wants to adopt them, how do you get a hold of me? You guys know how to do that. It's basherdirk@gmail.com. That is basherdirk@gmail.com. And if you know someone or you have the ability to lead them to me through your social networking or any of that stuff, these are two very young kittens who have now been fully vetted by the veterinarians to be free of all kinds of future problems and diseases, and they are looking for their forever homes, and they're absolutely beautiful. They are a bonded pair. Anyway, thank you so much, and big thumbs up to you all for that. Thank you very much. And I should do balloons, right? Yay. Come on, somebody adopt these beautiful kitty cats because they're gorgeous. Believe me, if we had a farm, it wouldn't be a problem. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe the place in Fano should be a farm. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. They're beautiful, beautiful kittens. I hope they find forever homes. Yeah. At 51 years old, we're a bit strapped with Bella, Michelle's dog, but we still travel. Yeah, that's the other thing. You know, when you have pets, like I didn't travel. When I had my dog, I didn't travel. I think I went 2 places in 20 years or maybe 3, very rarely, but I would have my sister or my brother live here, you know, or my neighbor Rose, who you all are intimately involved with. You all know her. When she was, you know, in her prime, she used to walk my dog, you know, and, you know, those days are over. I just don't have the structure here that I used to have. And I have, you know, to be honest with you, you know, it's not a very pleasant situation that I'm in, but with the dragon lady. You know, she's not a good person. She's not a basher. She does not have any kind of great compassion or empathy for anybody. She just wants what she wants. And it's ugly. And it's been very, very stressful and very ugly for quite a long time. And, you know, what are you going to do? That's my life. It's my life. It's my life. Holy smokes, Andrew, watch your feet. Okay, we're past that now, right? No thanks. England versus Sweden is going into extra time, so we'll watch and listen to the iBashers replay later. Well, we'll see you then later there, Nick Brooker. Go well, everyone, and best wishes to you. Please don't tell me the flights are canceled. No. It was like one afternoon. It was like one afternoon. Yeah, you used 2 L's. Now, when ChatGPT made my thumbnail today, it spelled it with 1 L. I normally spell it with 2. And I believe that most people in Europe do it with 1 because we don't generally do it with 1. But I looked it up and both are acceptable. I'm just curious, but you use 2 L's there. That looks normal to me. But it said it was right. So I said, better than me asking for it to do it again and it'll just goof it up. I'm not going to even bother with it. Andrew's here and he says, let's bash. Let's bash around. Good evening from Lakeland, Florida. It's Kevin Hawthorne. Hey, Kevin, our friend from Lakeland, for paying it forward every single day of his life with this incredible knowledge, this savant-like ability to get people to go where they're getting. And thank you very much. Hello, everyone. It's Andrew Wogowich. Hey, Dino's talking to Fergal. Who else is number 1? Silly question. Who is number 1 right now? I don't even know. It keeps changing, right? Over and over and over. Let me hit a thumbs up. Let me redo this. That can't be right. 28. Okay. Anyway, if you're watching the show right now, could you just give us a quick upvote right now? It really helps the whole thing out. You have no idea. You have no idea what it does. It sends surveys to people, asks people about the show, and it just makes you part of the YouTube conversation. And it's really great. And I'm grateful for that. Dave Fitzsimons. And Andy M is here. Only good things to you. How are you? Great to see you. What is going on in your world right now? Thanks, buddy. That you guys don't have air conditioning. Now I know you don't have air conditioning, which sounds horrific to me. Top Dog is poolside. You're poolside? Did you send pictures to the gallery? Like the beach or the pool? Let's see the luxuriation. Let's see it poolside. Who doesn't want to see cocktails? Do you have cocktails? A cigar? What do you got going on there? Send a picture, Top Dog. Listen, we all need to live vicariously. If anybody goes on vacation, we ask for that. Nick Brooker goes under the sea. Dean sends pictures of his work. And Julian, you know how it works. Thanks so much. It's a big part of the world. Nice and cool here today. Thank goodness for that. I'm glad to hear it. It's not brutal hot today, but it's nice out. Good for you up in Canada. Andrew, you might be number 1 here, but I am multitasking number 1 on the other channel. If the fire engines are there, you definitely would have got it. That's unbelievable. Hey, I just got a K today picture from Drew. I see it. Isn't it? I'm having these big screens now. I get to see when anything pops up. It's pretty great. So I can see who sent Gallery of Bastards pictures. I can see who sent them. Sounds like New York needs to invest in infrastructure. Probably too busy making sure the city council gets paid. Yeah, that's how it works here. I mean, this is Tammany Hall. Look that up. Tammany Hall style kind of gangster corruption. It's just like the government right now. How all of a sudden there's no Epstein files. It's amazing to me how many people have to get threatened to not rat you out in politics, right? It's got to be because, like I said about like the Nazis, I can't believe that many people went along with that. What was the conversation at the table? Was there a conversation one day? Is like, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all the Jews. And then the next thing we'll do is get rid of all the gays. And anybody who's not an Aryan or blue eyes. And meanwhile, he was Austrian and he was unitesticular. And how did that kind of people went, yeah, that sounds like who said that sounds like a good idea? And then how many people are going along? Somebody's got a copy of the Epstein files. Why doesn't that person, get an armed security detail and go to CNN or better yet, Fox News or any kind of news thing and read it online? Because they have obviously been threatened, right? That's the way corruption works when somebody opposes you, like Rosie O'Donnell. She's innocuous at best. She's a comedian. Her and Donald don't like each other, but now he's threatening to take away her U.S. citizenship. That's not possible, right? But it is. It can be done. Hi, yes, kindly given Basher of the day, because you deserve it, Nick Brooker. Carolyn Martin, evening Bashers. You're the biggest crown of all. Get out of here. Swelling, so could also be too much salt in the diet, so the body retains water. But I don't know what he eats to be McDonald's and Diet Coke, right? That's his whole thing, right? You have a wrench, so much, much better, right? I don't know. I don't even know how to do that. I don't honestly, can I tell you the truth? I don't know how to give a wrench. I have to learn how to do that. If I could, I would. If I could, I would let it go. You know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to learn how to do that. I'm going to go look in the thing. Here I am, signed in here. Okay, so how do I give somebody a wrench? Put user, add as moderator. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to start giving wrenches out. How about that today? I just figured out how to do it. Okay. Hold on. Dino. Go right to Dino, right? Dino. Add as moderator. Standard moderator. Okay. Tell me who wants a wrench, because anybody want a wrench? I'm giving them out today. Welcome to Wrench Thursdays on the iBashers channel. How fun is that? Okay. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just on another computer because I can do that here because I can't do it in StreamYard. Let me know. Let's see who's down here. Who's saying this? Can I block you, Dirk? I don't think you can. Dino with a wrench. Hey, Patrick R. Where is J. Edgar Hoover when you need him? You know what the funniest thing about J. Edgar Hoover was? He was a big queen. He was a big old closet queen. That's like the funny. Thou doth protest too much. That guy had like a slew of gay affairs and then he threatened people. I should sell the wrenches. Dean now has the power to block Moon's watches. Not on my watch, Drew. Because Drew, you've got a wrench now too, baby. I go through. Anybody wants a wrench, I'll give you a wrench. You got to be a basher. You got to be like one of the bashers who's been kicking around. Give yourself, because that wouldn't be fair to all the core bashers that have been around forever and ever and ever. Hold on. Basically, what this does is means you can review and remove chat messages or hide or put users in timeouts, which is really great because I can't do that. Basically, what you can do is if you're watching the show and somebody says that Dirk's a motherfucker, you're like, I don't like him talking about him like that. You can block them or put them in a timeout. You can do a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'll do that. You tell me who wants one. If you want one, I'll give you one. Dino Ranch, Patrick R. Druby. If Mondani gets elected, will Tuesday be Soylent Green Day? They're made of people. My AC is on. Can you guys hear a hum, or is it because I use the noise canceling function? Can anybody hear it? I have to have it on. It's 100 degrees out. You know, it's 2L. What does that mean? 2L. Beautiful kitties. Hope they find their forever homes. Me too. Me too. Me too. We also had BB guns. Mom had Royal Dalton figures and plates. She came home and we cheerfully said we needed more targets. She was so happy that we were good shots that we were sobbing. Oh, yeah, I know. There were 10 of us children. I think they could have done with one less. Yeah, that's not easy, you know. It's definitely not easy. Let me see. Ronald McDonald Crown. Andrew says, Carolyn, you are now and shall forever be our queen. Indeed, Carolyn. The crown is overrated. You can have mine. I wish I could give out crowns. Wouldn't that be cool? That'd be super fun. Funny, my sister is Carolyn, so every time I hear Carolyn, my ears pick up. Hello, Carolyn. Yeah. So, Carolyn, you have not caught the puppy. Okay, great. There's the information. Dirk, don't give up secrets. If I lose my crown, everybody starts super chatting comedy. I think you get, but I mean, the cat's out of the bag. We looked it up yesterday. You get crowns by sending super chats or super stickers and chat. So, like, if you do a bunch of chats and like if you did a whole bunch of non-super chat ones and then you threw like a $2 or $5 super sticker, you probably get number one. You know, who knows? I don't really know. We have her on trail cams though. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. I'm part of the age group that we didn't all get trophies and survive the spigot trigger. So I drank out of every spigot in New York City. And you know what? We never got any kind of weird maladies when I was a kid. I say gals as well sometimes. Sometimes broads. Do you want to hear a funny story? Drooby doo. So it was like early in the morning when I was working at the Fiend of a Farmer, and I was talking to one of the girls, and I had these two very buxom kind of ladies in their 60s, and they were all very well, painted up. They looked like they were going, or they just came out. They were out all night. And they were very cool. I need a coffee, and the girl's outside having a smoke, and I'm up the stairs, and I'm so loud. I'm like kaboom, and we were just opened, and they came in as we were opening. So I went up the stairs where I used to have to walk up and down 3 flights all day, upstairs, downstairs, into the basement. It was, man, I was on my knees when I got home from that job, the job I was fired from. We're going in a new direction. You're going in a direction where you don't want a guy that cleans your ceiling fans and the roof and all the bottles and all the shelves. And I mean, I was constantly working because I'm so used to doing that as a bar professional for 30 years. And they were looking for models and younger people. I was too old. And I overheard one of the managers say, well, he's in his 50s. And I was like, oh, don't say that. But anyway, I'm upstairs to go get can we get a pot of coffee? I was like, yeah, I had French press. Is that all right? So I went to get them French press. And somebody said, oh my God, you need coffees already? And I said, yeah, for these super cool broads downstairs. And then I go and I grab the coffee and I bring it to them. And the girl goes, I love being called a broad. I was like, I'm so sorry you heard that, but I meant it in the best way, because I love gay dudes love a great broad. Who are the great broads Jane Russell is one of the great broads. Who's a great broad? So many of them in this world. The top 10 broads. What if I Googled that? Top Hollywood broads of all time. Broad is a very, very, and I don't think Elizabeth Taylor is a broad. No, I wouldn't say so. 9 tough movie dames. Who's Let's see who they say. It's a term of endearment. It definitely totally is. Thank you for that. Only good things to you, of course. Let me take that off the screen now so we can see stuff. Okay. This is fun. Where's my broads? Here we go. In so many words. I guess that's this. Time to movie dames. Joan Crawford. I wouldn't say Joan Crawford. Gloria Graham. That's she. Marie Windsor. I have no idea. These are way out of Jan Sterling. Way out. Joan Blondell. Total broad. I don't know who these broads are. I don't know who Elizabeth. Oh, Elizabeth Scott. Sure, I know her. I wouldn't know if she. Hillary Brooke. Come, Ida Lupino. Yeah, for sure. I don't know who these people are. I would say, God, what kind of a weird list is this? It's very odd. It's a very odd list. Tough broads of Hollywood. Here we go. This is better. God, you're sassy broads. Hedy Lamarr, broad. Katharine Hepburn, broad. Lauren Bacall, super broad. Audrey Hepburn, not a broad. Elizabeth Taylor, in real life, she was apparently very, very saucy. So that could very well be true. But, very delicate and beautiful to the rest of us for everything else. I mean, one of the great beauties of all time. Jane Mansfield. Yeah, she was kind of a broad. Yeah, I'd say so. Dean says, nice, Andrew. We know Dirk loves the feet. We will promote. No, he doesn't. I'm not a foot guy. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Hey, knock yourself out. Listen, I have a friend. I could just say this, right? I told my sister this story yesterday. I have a friend who used to live underneath me on the apartment underneath me. And he's an old friend. We've known him forever. And he's a very big, big guy. And I mean, like built like a brick shithouse. And, he looks tough, like a movie tough. He looks like, if you saw him in alley, you'd walk on this is a tough guy. And built like a brick shithouse. And he's I've mentioned him to you guys before. Dino, he's a master gardener. He's a horticulturist, does all the Upper West Side, but he's in his mid to late 60s now and still looks great, still ripped to shreds. And he's like, Dirk, I don't know what to do with myself anymore. I can't walk up and down the stairs. My legs are killing me. He goes, I might look okay. And I said, you need to start the OnlyFans. And he said, he starts laughing. I said, no, you don't have to do sex on OnlyFans. I said, listen, you could just say you're a character, right? Because he's got a broken nose from fist fights and he was a bouncer and, and listen, that's a very particular subsect of society. And I said, start a prison sex OnlyFans. You just got out from a long stretch, wear a dirty wife beater, and you're looking for friends, and you don't even have to show your face. You could just have broken, like put band-aids on your knuckles. You could start a whole thing because it's about fantasy. Those things exist. People who have particular fetishes, like every old sock meets an old shoe, that Kate Bush line that I was singing yesterday with the foot thing. We were watching that new show Too Much last night, and Andrew Scott, that hilarious Irish actor, is taking off Megan Stalter's hosiery, and he goes, oh wow, pantyhose, I love them. She goes, can we just call those tights? But my friend, I told him you should totally start an OnlyFans. He'd make a fortune because he's like a big, scary looking. He's not ugly. He looks like he's just done a long. He hasn't, but he could just say, I just did a long stretch for whatever, make up some crime that scare the shit out of people. And people will be like, subscribe. And whatever the super chat equivalent is on OnlyFans. I don't know what they're called, but I said, you'd make a fortune and you won't have to do all that. And you can still run your business. The problem is he owns the business just like Dean does, but he doesn't have anybody working for him, Dean. He does all the work himself. One day he had a truck pull up to the front of the house, and he also talks like this. Dirk, I need you to help me move something. He talks like that. I'm not kidding you. It's unbelievable. Got a very deep voice, and when he laughs, he goes, ha, 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 ha. And people, there's a huge following for this. He asked me to help him move a slab of granite that was in a truck. And I looked at it, I said, I'm not going to be able to lift that. And I go over to the other side. He hoists up this side of the other one. And I went to grab it, and it was like an anvil. I could not move that 1 nanometer. And he's like 6'1", maybe 240 of muscle. But it's not like he's a bodybuilder. He's just a monster guy. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, he could do that. I said, just do that. So the foot thing. How did I get in that from all the foot thing? I don't know. In Oz, it's called a bubbler. What is a bubbler? A wrench is called a bubbler? Well, you guys call it a spanner, right? The Brits, right? Jim Lassick, just jumping in live for the first time this week. I hope all is great with everyone. White Dial Millie on the wrist today. Cheers to you all. White Dial Millie. Shit, should I put on Black Dial Millie? I actually am not wearing a watch right now because I was wearing my I was outside gardening, so I took off my my Snoopy watch because I didn't want to get it dirty. I will put this on too. I have a green screen, so you're not going to be able to see it. So what is the correct time? 5:56. It's not set, obviously, because I wasn't wearing it. And I don't have a watch winder because I don't believe in them. I'm not a fan of those at all. Black Dial Milgauss. Jimmy Lassick, we love you. Chitty low, chitty, we go, chitty bum, 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 bum. Tracy Farris, Shirley MacLaine, total broad. Jane Fonda, she's a broad. Ava Gardner, super broad. Maybe broad of all broads, right? Hanging around with Frank and Dino. Oh, God. Imagine that craziness. Yeah, Jane Russell, though. I think she's the ultimate broad, especially in MAME with that voice, that husky voice she had. Nick says, "Yay, England are on through on penalties. Yay, that means you can participate and not watch your game." Congratulations, the Golden Girls were brought. Me, no. What's her face was though for sure. Maud, what's her name? This is what happens when you get older. The names just start to go. She was definitely one. Oh, a bubbler. Also a bubbler in Wisconsin. What are you guys talking? What's a bubbler? A bubbler. Oh, you're talking about the water fountains. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I remember that was called it was called that. Melly C says, really, Droopy, that is so cool. When I first moved to Oz, I thought it was a really weird thing. Yeah, a bubbler. Where's the bubbler? Now, do they even have those anymore? It's insanitary. Tough-looking guys are probably the nicest people. In the quiet ones, you have to. Yeah, totally. You know who you have to watch out for? Like the nebbishy little squirrely guys. Those are the ones that are scary. And Mike's a big pussycat, but he's very intimidating. And he'd have a very successful OnlyFans. I'm telling you. I said, listen, you don't have to show your face or do anything remotely sexual. You just have to be there, like wear a dirty t-shirt like you just were, working all day long. Oh, how's everybody doing out there? I worked out all day. It's working. I like working for a living as opposed to doing my stretch, my 10 to 15 that I did up in the pen, And if he did that, people would lose their marbles because that's what it is. It's about fantasy. I said, all you have to do is create it's like writing a book. The author doesn't do any of those things that they make their characters do. They're all characters, Maybe he went to prison for removing the mattress tag. That's a great one. That's a really, really great one. Maybe so. Hey, Neil Surreal. Back in the day, bird was slang for women. Yeah, is it not anymore? Oh, God, Neil Surreal. Hey, Neil Surreal. Is it not? Right, isn't it like we saw a real great group of birds, right? Yeah, he fancies a bird. Do they not say that anymore? Oh, use your knees to lift, dude. If I had a forklift, I couldn't have lifted that. There was no way. It's not in my realm in any way, shape, or form. At all. Spanner in the UK, yes, for a wrench. Yeah, that's very true. A spinster who smokes. Yeah, any like old spinster, like, yeah. What's her name from what? I'm sure somebody said it, right? Joan Jett, she's a total broad. Pink, yeah, I'd say Pink is a broad. She's a future broad. She's a little too young to be one. Kurt Cobain's wife, the one who thinks she can sing, she's a mess. That's Courtney Love. She's fascinating. And tell me, don't make me over. Dun, dun, dun. What a song, man. I mean, I like Hole. I thought that they were a pretty cool band. A good-looking woman was a fit bird, right? A fit bird. She's a real fit bird, right? Anyway, whenever I go to England to visit, bird is used for wife or girlfriends. Yeah, so they still use it. Scotty H with $9.99. AC repairman is my hero. Air conditioning up and running. Yay! Confetti time. Confetti time. Big bang, boom, bong, ba. So what does Nick say? What is Nick saying? That it's not happening anymore. Dean with £1.99. Sorry, Nick, that is not happening. What's happening that's not happening anymore? Oh shit, Scotty took the crowd. You guys are watching that shit? Oh, God, I have to hit live on my thing and just if I hit live, Scotty took the crown. Oh shit. Oh, where did they go? Oh shit. Look at that. Scotty H says number 3. Bird, now you heard. Oh, Scotty H has number 1. Scotty H is number 3. Oh, Dean, you guys are so bad. That's crazy. Oh, wow, look at that. He did it, and he did it with £1.99. And you gave me $10. That's insane. Scotty H, I'm number 1. You're not anymore. Oh, you are? Oh, you are. You're back to number 1. Scotty took the crown. You guys are hilarious, man. That's unreal. Andrew will not have that. Dig deep, Andrew. You guys listen, we've been going on forever about that. It's time for the gallery of bastards. The gallery of bastards. Send me the shots that sublime me the gallery of bastards. You share them with me, and I share with the world. After yesterday's show closed out, Andrew was kind enough to send us pictures of Victoria Park, but it was after the show, so I didn't get to see it. And look, he comes in with 20 balloons. Let's bash and spread the love. Victory will be mine. Wait a second. That's not exactly fair, right? Because even though you have your own gong, which is very crazy, that's it's only fair, right? And I'm talking about you and showing your pictures right now. Anyway, Victoria Park yesterday. Very beautiful, huh? Oh, Canada. Oh, look at this. Let's look at Canadian signs. They're probably really kindly written. Surfaces may be slippery during winter and wet conditions. Park is closed from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. No helicopters, no motorcycles, and no bicycles. Let's keep our trails safe. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. Very nice, Andrew. What happened here? Hold on. What happened here? What happened here? Just found out that I'm walking here was an ad lib because the real cab driver almost killed him. Look, it's Canadian geese, actual Canadian geese in Canada. Holy smokes, a Rooney. And you got a canoe there, so you can go canoeing. These are great, Andrew. Thank you. Wow, that is pretty cool. Very nice. Thank you, Andrew. Let me go back to the village. Andrew, more Victoria Park. Oh, great. Thank you. Look at this. Look at Andrew with the. It's great to have pictures that aren't your feet. Can I just say that? I'm happy with that. I'm happy to show pictures that aren't your feet, Andrew. I'm happy to show pictures of your feet that are clothed. Oh, look at you with a headshot. Look at that. Aren't you looking? You look like a sexy excavator. Andrew with that big cleft. Are you wearing foundation? Because your skin looks way too perfect in this picture. Are you wearing like Hollywood makeup? Well, I got a picture. Oh, look at the swan. Very nice. Don't speak too soon. Oh, you got feet coming up? Jesus Christ. We're going to be a foot fetish channel before I know it. And it's going to happen. Uh-oh, Scotty. Today is payday. Da-da-da-da-da-da. You're all too damn funny. Too damn funny. That's very pretty. Thank you. Thanks, Scotty H. Thanks, YouTube, for creating this ruckus. And still more Victoria Park. Okay, let's get that going. Listen, it's a plus. You can send as many pictures as you like. We just, as long as we're keeping it G-rated here, please. Foundation. Are you wearing foundation? Are you wearing Mac Studio Tech or Studio Fix? I was in a band. I know all about that stuff. Hey, I applied makeup on Christy Turlington. How about that? My friend Mark Leyland was a pretty big New York City makeup artist, and he was a waiter at El Rio Grande. And we were really good friends. And he had a friend who was a fashion designer, but Mark did makeup, and he did a lot of big things, a lot of big shows. And 7th on 6th with his every year, a whole team of people. And he goes, hey, you were in a band. You know a lot about makeup. I was like, well, yeah, I guess so. And he goes, listen, you know the world. You know how it all works. Why don't you join me and help me out? And I was like, okay. And the first thing we do is we walk in, Helena Christensen, Christy Turlington, Naomi, all the great ones were there. Cindy was not there. I met her later. But Linda Evangelista, who in my opinion was the most strikingly ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my entire life. She was ridiculous. But yeah, crazy stuff. So I know all about foundation. Beautiful shots, Andrew. These are great. All right, you got that's fine. You're wearing a what are you doing? What are you doing? Challenge accepted 50. Are you insane, maniac? Oh my god. And what does this say here? This says can't read it, but it's very cool picture though. Thank you so much. All right, there you go. That's worth $50. Thank you very much. You have to give you it's red. You got me a red one. So hell bent for leather. You know what the best part of that song is, Drew? It is the many who tried to prove that they're faster, but they didn't last and they died as they tried. Hell bent for leather. That was my one of my audition songs for Anthrax. I've said this before. Princess of the Night by Saxon, Hellbent for Leather by Judas Priest, Swords and Tequila by Swords and Tequila. I forget the name of the band. And Another Piece of Meat by the Scorpions. What's the name of the band? That band. Swords and Tequila. Guy Speranza, the singer. I don't know. Who cares? Steve McLeod of the Clan. And leaving the park and the foot offerings, we have Steve McLeod of the Clan McLeod coming on in at you on the Gallery of Bastards. Some great art, some street art. Very nice. Very nice. Linda Evangelista is a gift from heaven. Let me tell you something. Not only was she fun, but they all chain smoked. And I think everybody was doing a shitload of blow. I didn't see it, but Mark kept disappearing with them, and I know that was his thing. But in person, they were all beautiful. But her without an ounce of makeup on was, I mean, it was mental How beautiful. And Naomi, too. Not an ounce of makeup on her. It was crazy. These are beautiful. Oh, look at this. Oh, we're still there down in Mallorca. Very cool. Oh, Neil Surreal is leaving us, topping out, but we'll drop him for tomorrow's bash. Hey, Neil Surreal, thank you. £4.99. That's like $800 in US dollars. Thank you very, very much. And we'll see you tomorrow with the show with the big guy. Very nice. Thank you very much, Neil Surreal. Thanks for the bash today. Very cool. Look at this very big, wide boulevard, huh? Pretty amazing. Oh, that's gorgeous. Wow. Well, they're Catholics, right? Yeah. They'd have to be. Wow, this is really cool. Look at that. Oof. Melly C says, Naomi. Holy shit. Does she have flawless skin? And you know what? Listen, we know the girl who she threw the telephone at. I can't speak for that. But I gotta say, she was really funny. She was very cool, because you backstage, nobody gave a shit, There was no thing, but we do know. I know the woman who she threw the telephone at through somebody who comes on the show. That's all I'm saying. Incredible. Thank you so much. Look at these great shots. Beautiful. I love that. Look at this. They got a little bit of a fashionista thing going on over there, huh? I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Beautiful stuff from Steve McLeod. Look, here, my wife Jackie's beehive in the garden. Nick Brooker. Look at this. Oh, this is a beehive. Oh, look at this. Those are beautiful. What are those flowers? I think they're gorgeous. What's really crazy though is like, here's my old IMAX screen over here, and here's my new screen. And my new screen is big and wide and lovely. But man, that Apple screen is so much more vivid. And it's not that the calibration, I don't think. I guess I could change. I guess I could. Oh, that's beautiful. Bees. I used to be afraid of bees. And now I just think about the beautiful job that they do and how important that is to the world. Oh, look at this. Hey. Hi, Nick Brooker's wife. Hi, look at that. She really has a beehive. Oh, I thought you were going to show us like she thought she lived in the 1950s and she was like a retro kind of gal and she would have a beehive haircut. But I guess not. It's an actual beehive. Oh, and you get honey out of it. Oh, look at that. Wow, that's unbelievable. Look at this. You guys are very adventurous. My Lord in heaven. You're very adventurous. Yeah. Andrew says, I hoped everyone enjoyed the park shots. They sure did. And thank you for that. These are beautiful. Thanks so much for these shots. Look at this. You guys are like super adventurers, man. Really impressive. Super impressive. You two are very impressive. Ray, no subject. Oh, he says, goodbye, old girl. Oh, no. Are you selling your motorcycle? What's going on there, Ray? Raphael, are you parting with the beast? Oh, man, look at that. Where is she going? Oh, wow. Look at that. Love thy neighbor, but don't get caught. That's pretty damn funny. Oh, what's the history of this thing? Oh, look at that. Wow. Wowie kazowie. It's a beautiful bike. On to bigger and better things there, Raphael. Let's hope. We just decided to retire from the biking world. What happened exactly? Okay, thank you very much for that. Hey, Robin's bird in. Oh, hey. Now we're getting where we need to go. Look at this. Oh, beautiful babies. Hello, beautiful babies. Aren't you gorgeous? I make this larger. It doesn't make the pictures bigger though, but it should. Oh, look at you guys. Carolyn Martin says, "Why are you selling your bike, Raphael? I could just buy it and keep it where it is. Let me know." Because, yeah, she wants to go over to Ireland and ride. Top Dog sold his Harley. Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, remember talking about letting shit go? Talking seriously. That's what happens as you get older. Oh, look at you, sleepy babies. We just watched a documentary on cats' eyes, how they work and what they mean. I knew everything there, but it was pretty interesting. Top Dog says, Dirk, do you split the Friday super chats with Sheen? I do not. No. The Friday's iBashers is all mine. And because he does Who Needs a Drink beforehand. Yeah. Like I should, when Emmett comes in, I should split that. I offer it, and I feel weird about that because I totally should, because he brings such incomparable talent. But we take it out on each other in other ways, because we're friends and we love each other and all that stuff. So, mine just say my ex house for 4 years, flew it, rode in south in a snowstorm. It's in your ex's house. Oh, okay. Here's Ray Ray. Carolyn Martin, she too big for the rock lifestyle change. She's too big for the island that he lives in, she's too big for that. Oh, beautiful kitty cats, 7 snoozes. We love a snoozy cat. You know what? It means happy and love. It means they're happy and love. And thank you so much, Robbinsburg, for that. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. It's so nice. Pup and Callie. Thank you, Pup and Callie. We love you guys. We love you both. Joe LaFaro. Summer watches on the handsome wrist of Mr. Joe LaFaro. Hey, that's one of those seagull watches that Asheen did the video on. Oh, you bought one of those. Great strap, Joe LaFaro. Is that a factory, or did you put that on? Because I don't know if I've ever seen. I like the green one too. I like it. It looks like the Heineken because it's got the star on it. That's a great looking one. It's very pretty. Look at that. Nice. Andy M's got 150 XP now. Does that make you? I don't see a crown though. Andrew's got the number 1, right? Funny stuff. Beautiful watch. Handsome Joe getting handsomer and handsomer every day because he knows how to wear a watch. That's what it is. Julian. The gallery of Julian. Julian, organize a show. Talk to Christine. Talk to whomever. Can we all have a show in London town so we can all have an excuse to go to London and hang out and get really, really, really drunk together? Please. And you could, make some money. People will buy prints. Beautiful shot. Look at this elegant lady. Oh, I like these very much. Isn't that quite the dandy? Wow. This is very, look at that intricate coat. My God. Right, look at her. Look at this right bird. She's a fit bird. She got an iPhone 5. I know what year this is. That's an iPhone 5. I had that exact phone. Very cool. She does not look as good. She looks like she's looking for her next fix. But Julian, do you watch or know about the what is it called? The Great White Underbelly? It's unbelievable. Videos of like these people are down and out. It's crazy stuff. Soft white underbelly, sorry. Oh, look at her. She's having baguettes and wraps. Very nice. But that's at Pret, right? That's like, isn't that Pret? I love Pret. Shoot me. He says the legs. He's a leg man. She's got some nice pins, as they used to say. When they were talking about broads back in the day, they'd say, boy, that broad's got some pins. Look at this guy. He looks very happy to receive this letter. And it looks like it's in Arabic. right? Look at the lettering. Doesn't that look Arabic to you? Interesting. Yeah, I'm a forensic picture reader. Oh, wow. And that looks like Peter Gabriel. Doesn't it? Looks like Gabriel. Very cool. Look at this hip cat wearing his turquoise. I noticed that when I read Angelica Houston's book, that she says turquoise. I was like, okay, turquoise. You could say turquoise, I guess. Very cool. Oh, look at that. Billy Corgan's in the back there. Look at that. Beautiful shots. Incredible collection today, Julian. Beautiful stuff. I don't understand Billy. I like Billy Corgan's show and I like him as a person, I think. He's intriguing. I've never enjoyed his music at all. It's just not for me. It's weird and his voice is squeaky and odd. But that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means I don't particularly like it. That's fine. That's beautiful. I love her the best, though. You know, she's not a broad. She's an elegant lady. Gorgeous. The Gallery of Julian, my loves. My beauties. Melly C, happy Friday Eve. Snoopy says, there are two things we get every day when we wake up, a chance and a choice. Beautifully said, Snoopy. Beautifully said, Snoopy. And then we get Eminem madness, smoking Mindy madness. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's Mindy. I really want to figure out a way to do this better. I want to do it better. I want to do it more better. I like that better. I like it more better. Oh, no, there's nothing cuter than that, though. Nothing cuter. You sassafrassy lady. The ladies kill me. I'm a sucker for the ladies. What can I tell you? Lady cats and lady dogs just destroy my soul. I love the boys too. The ladies destroy. Look at this. That is so Glaucus like Melly. I have so many millions of pictures of Glaucus that look just like that. And whenever I saw her for the first time, I was like so amazed. Oh, look at what a face. What a beauty. What a beauty. She's a beauty, one in a million girl. And there's Mork for Carolyn and everyone else because he's a handsome boy. So handsome. Look at that face. It's just too much. Oh, hello, honey pie. Melly sees kitty cats. Andy M. Look at that beautiful baby. Look at him. He's perfect. Absolutely perfect. We got a close up. She's ready for her close up, Mr. DeMille. Oh, that's a great one, you guys. That's a terrific one. Wow. She's sassafrassy. I used to say that to Laverne all the time. You're a sassafrassy lady. Whenever I'd pet her belly and she'd start, like attacking me with her back legs, I'd be, oh no, you're being sassy. Don't be sassy, sassy lady. Amazing. Eminem madness, guys. Eminem madness. Smoking Mindy madness. Yeah, 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 yeah. Welcome, Mindy Madness, everybody. Thank you, Melly C. Thank you, Andy M. Thank you for that. Our daily dose. We need it every day when we can. Dean McKenzie, the crown is everywhere. The crown is everywhere. Indeed, it is. Let's have a look at where the crown is everywhere. Crown is everywhere. Every sight and every sound. Oh, look at this. Uh-oh, Dean on top of the bill. Top of the bill. Ow. Look at this. This is pretty amazing. I was gonna say, but whose channel is that on? Whose chat is that? I don't want to know who else you're sleeping with. I don't want to know, okay? I don't want to know. There more pictures? There were. Yeah, it was just like, oh, he's number one somewhere else. Well, Afternoon. Dean upvoted. Marco, I want a crown. I have become a crown junkie. Marco, I have the crown for about 30 seconds if I'm lucky. Oh, and you're a poet too. You were on Timmy's stream. There you go. That's today's date, right? Oh, it starts late tonight. He's doing a late night show, huh? Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Fergal is in the house with some very beautiful watches. You guys ready for some watches? Dean is cheating. I know. It's hard having an open relationship. It's not easy. Beautiful. Oy. Oh, he knows I love this watch. I mean, that bezel is just monstrous. Listen, if Rolex made that watch, it would be the one everybody wants. If it said Rolex on it, it would be the watch everybody wants. And that's a fact, Jack. That's fact, Jack. Yeah, top dog, broad arrows. I'm a little bit of a broad arrow slut because of the CK2915, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I like broad arrows. Aquaterra. I do wish they'd switch it though. I don't really particularly like the Aquaterra's got the broad arrow on the minute hand. I would reverse it like on the CK. That's a beautiful watch though. Oh, hello, Saki. Oh, beautiful. Oh, Dean, you don't like broad arrow. Really? Oh, you'd never cheat. Okay. And of course, the restoration that we all had the pleasure to be a part of. Everybody got to comment on it. Everybody got to suggest. And look at it. It's absolutely perfect and perfect on his wrist. Incredible. Look at you, beautiful baby. Great shot, too. Well, your photography is extraordinary, gotta say. Carolyn says, Ray, get my email from Dirk. We'll chat about it. Will do. Will do. She's a junkie when it comes to move things that move. I'm surprised she doesn't have a 747 in her backyard. The Gazan Roquencourt, the Pessallion, the Pessallion, Lyon. Beautiful. I hope you had that today. That looks like a delicious bottle of wine. I'm gonna have red wine tomorrow night, I think. I've been hankering for a glass of red wine. I hope it's possible. Ready for this, Drooby Doo? Where are you? It's Kay, ladies and gentlemen. Kay. It's Kay. Oh, our beautiful Kay. Look at her. Look at her living her best life ever. Look at that. That's Kay living her best life ever, as she so deserves. Mwah. You're not gonna move. You're not gonna give me hearts. There it goes. It's Kay. Why did that do that? Oh, that's weird. Okay. For a second, it said leave studio. I don't want to leave the studio. I just got it. What are you talking about? Kay today. Thank you so much. Franny says hello. Oh, hi, Franny. Let's give some love to Franny, one of his other 7 cats. I know our love belongs to 2 right now, but this is Franny, and she's been kind enough to allow those beasts into her home. Look at you, beautiful Franny. Hello, darling. Look at your beautiful lady. Oh, Franny. Yeah, you have to think about the cat that you have and how great they're being, with your inability to stop collecting other cats. It's circumstance. And you know what? It's called Beshert. It was meant to be. It's absolutely meant to be. That's true. Thank you, Drew. Carolyn Martin cam photo. Was the video? I'll download it. Hold on. Carolyn Martin. Oh, these are from the dog. Oh, trying to find the dog. The dog. You like that? That's my New York for you. Dog. That's a dog. Gotta find a dog. Now, who sounds gay now? Dog. That's dog. I went out to. I took my dog to go get a cup of coffee. Oh shit! Oh wow! This is amazing. That's amazing. Fran is a sassy broad. Thank you for that. That's very interesting. You're going to get it soon because it looks like it's ready to come in. It really does. If you ask you me, Drew B says that Fran is a sassy broad. I love a sassy broad. It's some of my favorite things in the whole wide world are sassy broads. Of course, Judy Garland was a broad. Angie Dickinson is a broad, and man, was she gorgeous! Oy vey, was she gorgeous? Sexy broads of yesteryear. Why can't I think of her name? Holy crap, it's driving me bananas. She's one of my favorite actresses of all time. Ruby Stevens. It's her real name. Barbara Stanwyck. Jesus Christ. Barbara Stanwyck. Super broad. Absolutely incredible. Did I just lose that? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where did you go? Where'd you go? Where you going? And sometimes a pillow just isn't enough to end the gallery of bastards for the day. It is our Andrew. Oh, how beautiful. Beautiful baby. Listen, little Miss Muff, listen. You deserve all the mattress pads and all the quilts you possibly can. You deserve it. You're a beautiful baby, and thank you very much. Big hearts out to you guys. It didn't go. Hey. I guess I have to be in full view. Thank you very much. Big hearts out to everybody on the Gallery of Bastards today. There it goes. Thank you very much. Dirk, you don't have to whisper. The dog can't hear you. That, my friends, is the Gallery of Bastards. The Gallery of Bastards. Send me the shots, the sublimely absurd. The Gallery of Bastards. You share them with me, and I share with the world. Jim Lassick. Ray, my 2014 Harley breakout is a 1690cc. Let's race, brother. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Cool Omegas and awesome kitties. Absolutely. K, yay! We love our K. The breakout is a fatty rear. It's nice. It would be my choice if I get another. I also had a JDH, WL, WLA, early stuff. Don't talk so dirty. Beautiful K. We all love our K because you know what? She's special. But Fran's abroad. That's not. Who doesn't love that? Fran's abroad. That's amazing. Really amazing. And she deserves to be. Broad arrows. Fran is a sassy broad. That's amazing. Top Dog says, my neighbor's kid got whacked by a drunk driver. He survived, but it's in 8 months. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no. Quickest way to find cats in my house is by announcing I'm taking a nap. Oh, that's smart. And Top Dog, Jeff said, I took the breakout for a test ride and almost got clipped twice. Too dangerous on today's streets. Shit. Wow. Short drive, Dirk, no tolls. There you go. And I don't have to whisper. I know. I'm like, oh my God, look at that. Because I felt like we were sparring. What's on tap for tomorrow night? Drinks, revelry, and all kinds of fun stuff. Tomorrow is the show with the big guy. So obviously that's a tandem thing. If it was, I really want to do the bike. I've got all my stuff. I've got the stand, everything for the bike. I really want to go do the bike about so I can take you guys on the road, maybe take you to some cool parks, show you a bit of like fast New York City. Fun, right? Go over some bridges. Instead of walking, I'm going to be riding my bike. Both of my bikes all greased up and ready to go. Shocks all pumped up with air, all lubed out. Everything's all ready. I've got two really great bikes. I've got from yesteryear, because I was into it when I was much younger. I've got a 1997 Cannondale 4000 DH, which is a downhill bike made for the team. And I've got a Haro Comp Elite from the 90s, from 95. And they're both 7000 series aluminum. The Harrow is a hardtail with a it had a RockShox Mag SL21 SLTI on it, but that just didn't survive. So I have it in a box. So now it's currently got a newer RockShox on it, and my Cannondale has a Moto 120 triple clamp motorcycle fork with a Fox rear end, and I don't know why I did that because it did that, but yeah. So that's it. I'm still dodging cars. We're dodging cars here. I just came home. Dinner is ready. Some beautiful rice and beans along with plantains. What are you, living in Mexico? And a nectarine salsa that he made. Husband is trained well. Like, did you arrive to your adobe house? Look at that. Beautiful rice and beans with plantains. That's what I was eating in Mexico, and it's good. Greased up, yeah, of course it does. I knew somebody was going to say, be safe, brave, and yeah, I made the decision in 2023. So I'm with Michelle. I get it, man. Listen, that's why my sister doesn't want me to jump out of a plane, but I still want to do it. Anyway, guys, thanks for all the beautiful stuff. Thanks to the crazy crown chasing super chatters. Andrew, Dean, Jimmy Lassick, Scotty H, Dean again, Andrew again, Scotty H again, Andrew again, Neil Surreal. Thank you very much. And of course, all of you and the Patreons who come in every day. And you guys are just the best. Thank you so much for being a part of my world. I'll be back tomorrow. But the big guy for the long Friday night show, we'll be drinking, we'll be cussing, we'll be swearing, we'll be using terms like dames, gals, and broads. And as I like to say, Doreen always says, stay away from Stephanie. She's a skank, which is the ultimate New York word. Stay away from Stephanie. She's a stank. I told you 1,000 times. And then they name all the New York trash, all name their kids like Logan and Connor. They're not Jim and John and Mike anymore. You know, Logan, I told you to stay away from Stephanie. She's a skank. It's funny stuff. Thanks, everybody, for a great show. Remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And also, give somebody the benefit of the doubt if they seem like a Karen or a Doreen. You know, let them prove themselves, because they could be the nicest person in the whole wide world, or else they're just a total Doreen. Hey, I'm stopping for a second. Hey, tricked you out. I just wanted to remind everybody, because this is like, you know, my sister's working really hard on this. Before I end the show, it would be terrible of me to not mention, of course, that basherdirk@gmail.com. Basherdirk, if you have a friend or know anybody who wants a pair of beautiful kittens, basherdirk@gmail.com. basherdirk@gmail.com. And I'm going to pull up their picture once again. I know I ended the show and some of you's left, but whatever, you know, it's fine. Let me see. And let me get a picture of the two of them together forever. There they go. And here it is. I'm going to end the show this way instead of the normal way. Because you know what? Listen, we spread the word, spread the news, start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. basherdirk@gmail.com. If you know anybody who wants these beautiful kitty cats, remember to hold the door open. Place these. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you tomorrow with the big guy. Same bash time, same bash channel.